Abolfazl. Sayyid, how are you feeling today going on the Shia Voice?
Nervous but excited, mixed emotions.
Have you ever done any public speaking before? And if so, what made you go on the Shia Voice today and pick public speaking?
I've done public speaking many times. My first time was when I was 5 years old. I've always had the passion for public speaking, and I just wanted to take it to the next level. In the Shia Voice.
Amazing. Well, best of luck, inshallah, with your audition. You're gonna smash it.
I think of all your blood, the ground with tears I flood with love.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Your name?
Sayyid Abolfazl Ibrahimi.
What a name. You're already ready to recite, huh? And how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12, okay. Which part of the UK have you come from?
Leicester.
Leicester, our beloved Leicester. Soft spot for Leicester always. And I hear that you're going to be giving a lecture today.
Yeah, lecture. My first time when I did lecturing was when I was 5 years old on my caravan to Karbala. That's when the first time I ever did my first lecture.
Amazing. Where better to gain your experience than in Karbala? And so this was at the age of 5. And then you've been lecturing ever since?
Yeah.
And mosques around the UK or mainly at home? Where have your lectures been?
I've done a lecture in Kent, Leicester, obviously, Manchester, and London, Birmingham. Yeah.
So you're a seasoned campaigner already, huh?
Yeah.
At the age of 12?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. And which topic have you decided is going to be the base of your lecture today?
Today I have decided to speak about Imam Ali alayhi salam,
MashaAllah.
the lessons we learn from his life and his martyrdom.
MashaAllah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, and no more fitting a month than the holy month of Ramadan for us to remember Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Okay, young man, go ahead. I'm looking forward to listening to this.
The first time I lectured was when I was 5 years old in a caravan when I went to Karbala. And with my caravan, that's when the first time I did my first speech. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh jami'an.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Amir al-Mu'mineen wa Sayyid al-Wasiyyin wa Imam al-Muttaqeen. Amir al-Mu'mineen Asadullah al-Ghalib is a truly unique character because he's the only person in history to be able and to combine all of these antithetical qualities in the same human being. We can see lessons from the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He has numerous quotes from Nahj al-Balagha and Du'a Kumail. From Nahj al-Balagha, the tongue is a beast. That's one of his quotes. And to think before you say. And from some quotes from Du'a Kumail are, honesty is a divine language, and to teach is to learn. But if we dig deeper, we can see more lessons from the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. His loyalty, discipline, resilience and bravery are just some of the greatest characteristics of Amir al-Mu'mineen. An example of his loyalty is how he was always with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
In the Battle of Uhud, when the people of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's army thought they had won, only a few loyal companions stayed in their positions. And one of those loyal companions was Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam.
Allah salli ala Muhammad wa
Another example of his loyalty and bravery is in the bed when the Quraysh attempted to martyr the Prophet. And lastly, we have discipline and resilience. We all know Amir al-Mu'mineen as the person who lifted the gates of Khaybar single-handedly and never lost a battle. But when it came to Bibi Fatima to Zahra's grave, he asked the villagers for help. Yet did he complain? No. Even when it was the hardest time of his life, when he was struck by the sword and his whole body was drenched in blood and he was covered in poison, did he complain? No. So, Ali spent the night still left to him in prayers and devotions and dictating his will to his sons and those people who had love in their hearts, and saying and urging them to never forget the old, the sick, the poor, the orphans and the widows at any time. Ali declared that his older son Hassan alayhi salam would be the successor after him. He would be the Imam after him, the Imam of his followers, and he would be the sovereign to all of the Muslims. Though Ali was steadily weakening from the loss of blood and from the action of the poison, all of his faculties were sharp and clear right to the last moment. The poison had done its work, and on the 21st of Ramadan, 40th after Hijrah, Ali ibn Abi Talib left this world to go to the presence of his Creator, whom he had loved and served all his life. Amir al-Mu'mineen, his greatest ambition in life was to wait upon his Creator. Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was so dominant on the battlefield, they could not defeat him in battle. Yet during his prayers, when he was unconscious of his surroundings, when Ibn Muljim leapt from behind the pillar and he realized it, and this was the meaning of his exclamation in the clove of the mosque: by the Lord of the Kaaba, I am successful. Many people mourners of the death of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. They were utterly heartbroken, and when the poor, the elderly, the orphans and the widows in the empire that heard that he had died, they felt like the whole world has collapsed. Many people did not know about him until his death, that he was the one who fed them, he was the one who taken care of them, he was the one who has been a father to them. Imam Ali alayhi salam had taken the whole of mankind into his grasp. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Lanatullah ala al-qawm al-zalimin. Salawat bro Muhammad wa ala bayt Muhammad. Salawat.
صل على محمد وآل محمد. أحسنت. Stay close to the member. أحسنت.
Hopefully, I start public speaking around the world, and inshallah, I become a professional at public speaking.
Sayyidina, I think this needs a thorough dissection. There's a lot to work on here.
It sure does. It sure does. Absolutely outstanding. Very well done. To have that confidence, to have the oratory, to have the flow at the age of 12 is amazing. And it allows people like myself to rest when we know that people like you have a brilliant future. I love the oratory. I love the flow. You begin quite wonderfully, because what you do is you're like, I could talk about Nahj al-Balagha. I could talk about Dua Kumail. But what I want to focus on are the lessons from his life. It's nice that you always say Imam Ali alayhi salam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alih. There are many times, even us as speakers, we may say Imam Ali said and forget to say alayhi salam. We may mention the Prophet's name without sallallahu alayhi wa alih. But you done it fantastically. You brought examples from history, Uhud. Sometimes in the future, if you can, and who am I to tell you at the age of 12, because I was nowhere near that at the age of 12. But in the future, if you can, Uhud, relax when you're talking about an incident in history. Historical incidents in the middle of a lecture are moments for you to relax and get yourself back in the structure that you want. Take your time, Uhud, talk about that day, talk about what was happening. You can take your time, the crowd relaxes with you. Otherwise, if you go, this Uhud, Khandaq, Badr, this, then the crowd is going too fast with you and they're not settled. So relax at Uhud and just say that, you know what, here's a description of Uhud. Obviously time didn't help you. You then moved on to a musibah. And what a musibah as well. It's not easy to recite the musibah of the 19th of Ramadan having memorized it. But you memorized it and you went to the most important parts. And you know, I have won by the Lord of the Kaaba in his salah. And you continued by talking about who was involved in that incident. So it was really brilliantly done. You set out to talk about Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, about the lessons, about the martyrdom. And mashallah, you were fantastic. I'm ever so proud of you. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Mullah Nazar, can you top that?
I'm writing something. Yeah, you can go to Sayyid.
Oh, you're writing something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm still writing.
Sayyid Jalal.
MashaAllah, Abolfazl, Ibrahimi, beautiful lecture and beautiful Musiba you have done. I really enjoyed when you changed to Musiba, when you mentioned the name of Lady Fatima Zahra Salamullah Alayha, based on the voice and tune, you changed your voice. Actually, you went to Na'i, as we call it in the Arabic terminology. Overall, it is very good. Your body language is very good. You're just engaging with us, with the audience. You are a bit fast, as Dr. Said Ammar mentioned. You are a bit fast. Slow, relax. You're actually, I think you memorized. That is the main issue. Your lecture, you memorized. But your Nai or your Musiba was better than your lecture.
And you know, Sayyid Jalal, just to interrupt you, all of us were fast when we started.
Yes.
Yani I was like a Grand Prix race when I started, you know?
Yes.
It's only with experience. So it's very normal at that age.
Yes.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm proud of you. Say
Very,
it.
very
Thank you very much.
encouraging.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sayyid Mason.
What do you want me to say? I feel that the person you came here to please has been pleased, and it's not the four of us here. You know, there is a hadith that whenever there is a majlis, who comes? Do you know?
Yeah.
Who comes?
Fatima Zahra.
And I think
Salamullah.
I think you've made her proud. So I'm speechless. The experts have already told you to pace yourself. MashaAllah, you've done too well today.
Thank you very much.
Sayyid Mason. Finished writing?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's, I'm fine.
Bismillah.
Yeah. Abolfazl, فارسی بلدی؟
بله من فارسی یاد دارم.
فارسی بلدی؟ تو افغانی هستی ها؟
بله.
من میخوام بگم این چه طرز نوکریه که تو انجام دادی. این
Subhanallah.
چه طرز این اردو یک یا طرز نوکریه. اردو هم بلدی یا نه؟ Do you know Urdu? Only Farsi, yeah? Okay, I will say in Farsi.
Okay.
این چه طرز نوکریه که تو انجام دادی؟ چه کار کردی تو؟
MashaAllah.
تو inspiration you talk from أهل البيت عليهم السلام. So يعني ما شاء الله to be 12 years old and proud to serve أهل البيت, this is the future.
Thank you very much.
بارك الله فيك.
So Chikar, what was that?
تو این چه طرز نوکریه.
Yeah. And then what did you say after? What did you do?
It's what's a
What have you
unique
done?
way of what
a
the unique way of serving.
Ah, what a unique way of serving. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the audience.
Oh yeah. I forgot to translate. I forgot to translate to English. What a unique way of serving you are doing. In چه طرز نوکریه. In Urdu یک یا طرز نوکریه.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Guys, put your hands together for Abolfazl Ibrahimi.
Abolfazl, what a performance. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good right now.
So obviously you said that you had a few people that inspired you. What are you going to do to continue getting better? They're already very happy with you. Is there anything else that you're going to add to your performances, to your lectures?
To be honest, I think I should slow down in my speech and yeah.
But anyway, amazing. Absolutely smashed it. And we'll see you soon, inshallah.
The Zahra Trust, changing millions of lives every year.